With your truck fully assembled, it's good to get the battery on charge. We've got the included USB charger here, so just plug in the USB-C cable to the back of the charger, and then on the other end plug this into a suitable USB power outlet. On the LED, it will be a flashing green and red LED. This indicates that the charger is ready to charge. Once you're good to go, just plug in the IC2 connector. It will be a flashing green light while the battery is charging. Once the light goes solid green, the battery is fully charged and good to go. Now we are ready to power the truck up and drive it for the first time. The body release method is a button on each side of the truck on the sill. Hold it with your fingers on either sill and press both buttons at the same time. That will release the chassis from the body. Now we're going to install the battery. So we're going to unhook the hook and loop strap and install the battery. I always do it with the connection wires to the rear of the chassis. Make sure the foam block is nicely in place, and then thread the front loop and then put the hook and loop battery strap securely like so. Then we can install the AA batteries into the radio. Included are the ARRMA AA batteries. Open the lower battery door like so. On the metal tab is going to be the polarity that you need for the batteries, so pay attention to this one. On the far back side is negative towards the top. So I'm going to put 2 batteries in each of the battery slots, and then polarity is positive up for this one here. Close the door and the battery is installed in the radio. Then we can connect the battery in the truck. So the IC2 connector, just connect this in the correct way round, and then we're good to go. I always just put the battery wires into the retaining nubs on the center top deck. Just put this label out the way. It is best practice to always power the radio on before the car, so the power button on the back, single press on this will give you a beep and the lights will be illuminated on the radio. To power on the car, the on-off button here on top of the ESC combo, a single press will power the ESC on. You'll get a beep sequence to show you that it is ready to go. And then we can do a quick systems check to make sure the truck is operational. So steering left and right works as so, with the vehicle off of the floor. A little bit of throttle just confirms throttle works as expected. The radio has some features to help you with quality of life. On the backside of the radio is a throttle limit switch. It allows you to go from 50%, 75% or 100% throttle. If you're brand new to RC, then just lower that down to 50%. It's going to be much easier for you to drive. On the front side of the radio, the dial on the far left-hand side is SR. This is steering rate. This determines how much physical steering lock the car has. The default is just turned up to full. That'll give you the tightest turning circle. And then the one labeled ST is a steering trim. This allows you to make sure the steering wheels are pointed in the right direction. If the car drifts left or drifts right, you can use this dial to change the natural resting position of the front wheels. Just get this lined up nicely and then you're good to go. Then it's just as simple as clicking on the body and drive the truck away. That was close. The truck will run at full speed until the battery is fully depleted. When the battery is depleted, it will go to slow speed for a 20-second period of time. Once it stops, the battery is fully depleted, and then to finish driving your truck, just take off the body, press and hold the power button on the ESC until the ESC shuts down. Then once the car is fully switched off, we can power off the radio. Again, long press on the power button until it beeps to turn the radio off. And this is an important detail. It is best to leave the battery with 50% charge. So once you are finished with your truck, make sure you unplug the battery. Always unplug the battery, it's important. Remove the battery from the truck. And then the best recommended thing to do is just pop it back on charge for 30 minutes and leave it like that. LiPo batteries like to be left with 50% charge in them. This is the best way to look after your battery and keep it running day after day. There you go, your Mojave RTA is now fully RTR and good to go. The final important step to do is just clean your workspace. No one likes a messy workspace, so make sure you clean up after you're done and then you're good to go.